I want to talk to you today about Marvin Sapp trapping his parishioners inside of a church for $40,000, which is so diabolical. A couple of things that are wrong with this, but I think America has set a precedence for this type of behavior from the ultra wealthy. If you look at back as far as many, many years ago when politicians would hold campaigns and rallies, and they still do these things, and they send out these flyers in the mail asking for you to donate to their campaign. Mind you that the politicians and people who are often asking for money from poor people have millions of dollars already. Most of the people who always request money from poor people have millions of dollars locked in. Politicians would run campaigns and they would ask for you to give $20, $40, $50 to help them win this campaign or this electoral race that they're actually in. And you know that these millionaires have billionaire donors who are equally as invested in them winning because they can help sway their vote by giving them political funds. But they ask you, the American citizen who's barely getting by, maybe working 2, maybe 3 jobs, kids in college, kids playing high school sports, other activities you have to pay for, vacations, life, health insurance, cars, all these different things you're responsible for paying for. But you have multimillionaires asking you to give money on their behalf so that way they can win an election or a race of some kind. That's sick. Similar to when you go into Walmart and Stop and Shop and these other places, and after you swipe your card, they're asking you to donate $1 or 50 cents to a particular cause. And these companies are sitting on billions of dollars. And the American people just, I don't know, I guess they've done this for a few years to where they will have a tendency to believe that they are either obligated or the cause is so near and dear to them that by them donating to this multimillionaire or this multi-billion-dollar organization, that is going to help them some type of way resolve this global issue that this company can solve with just writing one check. Walmart can resolve so many issues if it just wrote a check to that particular issue. Why ask for the American person or the everyday citizen to come in and resolve the problem when you know Walmart has enough funds and money to resolve it? Target does the same thing. Stop and Shop does the same thing. These are multi-billion-dollar companies that are asking you to give your hard-earned dollars. So we're going to go back to Pastor Marvin Sapp, locking his parishioners in a church and asking for $40,000. And they say tithing, of course, right? You're giving because the church is a nonprofit organization, or are they for profit? And I'm talking about the big churches. I'm not talking about the mom and pop churches that you see on the corners and corner storefront churches, or these smaller churches with less than 100 members. I'm not speaking to them because these churches can use the money in a proper way. Most often, these smaller churches are actually utilizing the money in a real way. A lot of these mega churches, from T.D. Jakes to Pastor Marvin Sapp to Kirk Franklin performing and gyrating on stage, what happens with all this money that they're asking for and that they receive from people? How are these people so closely connected to God that they need your money in order for you to receive your blessing, but their blessing is coming directly from God? You tithing to the church allows them to receive more of a blessing, but they're asking you to pray for your blessing. It's just an interesting topic to think about, that he would lock them in there. And where does the money go? Where does $40,000 actually go to, that Marvin Sapp is actually asking these people to give? What is that money going to be used for? Are they behind on rent? Maybe they need to downsize. If they have a super massive church, maybe they need to downsize their church and potentially have more people join and follow online. But to ask people who are barely getting by, struggling day to day, to pay $40,000 is just crazy. It almost seemed demonic to some extent that a multimillionaire would ask poor people to give. We want you to pray your problem away, but give us your finances and we can resolve our own problems. These people live in multi-million-dollar homes. They have, I think most recently he was reported that he had paid for his daughter's college tuition out of pocket. So to ask the average day person to give money on behalf of a cause that is not necessarily worthy or worth it is just odd. I think it's okay if you do tithe, but I think it should be within reason what you're able to give and what you're willing to give. Never should you be put into a predicament or a place to where you feel like you're forced to actually give more than you're able to give. Just love to hear your opinion on it and your thoughts. Do you guys believe that tithing is still a good thing? Do you think the churches should be taxed? Do you believe that asking for $40,000 was appropriate? Do you think it's not enough? I'd be just curious to find out. I also would like to know, too, from these mega pastors, what programs and things are they running to help the average day citizens? Are they giving that money back? Are they building homes in the community? What are they doing in order to help support these other people that are going through in their life? What are they doing to help support that process? So put the questions out to you guys. Take care. Stay in touch. Peace. Stop.